Hey, what's happening, everybody? Charlie here. Now, if you love lemon and you love lemon cake, well, guess what? I got a treat for you. You're gonna love these delicious lemon buttermilk drops. Look at that. Now, of course, these are made from scratch. Now, first start off, we make a batter. We place it in an ice cream scoop and we drop it in hot oil, deep fry it in the process. Once the deep fry, we glaze it with a delicious lemon glaze. Let that icing set for about 10 or 15 minutes. And you got yourself a wonderful lemony buttermilk drop. That's right. Now, this recipe is great for breakfast. You have it for lunch. You can even have it for dessert if you want to. Parties, get-togethers. It's great for just about any occasion as well. This recipe makes about 12 to 13 buttermilk drops. Really depends on how much batter you add into your ice cream scoop. And they are absolutely lemony and delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make your homemade lemon buttermilk drops. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some all-purpose flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, vegetable or canola oil, buttermilk at room temperature, whole milk at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, unsalted butter at room temperature, vanilla extract, butter extract, lemon extract, 1 large lemon, confectioner sugar, and lemon yellow gel paste food coloring. And for your tools, you will need a cooling rack with an 11 by 17 inch baking pan. And for the rest of your tools, you will need a deep fryer or a small pot. Now, if you're using a small pot, you will need a thermometer because you want to monitor the temperature of the oil. And you will also need a large ice cream scoop. As you can see, it has the handle here. And along with that, you'll need a citrus juicer and a zester. And there we have it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 48 fluid ounces of vegetable or canola oil into a small pot. I already have it preheated to medium-high heat, and I already added my thermometer in the pot, and we're going to monitor the temperature. Now we're going to let the oil get hot until the temperature reaches about 350 to 375 degrees, okay? So that could take anywhere from it could take about 15 minutes. All right, now while our oil is getting hot, we're gonna go ahead and rinse off our lemon. All right, here we have our zester. Now we're going to zest the entire lemon. All right, there's our lemon, we zest it, and there's our lemon zest. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the lemon in half. And we're going to juice half of the lemon. Of course, we only need about 2 tablespoons of this anyway, so we need a small amount. And there you have it, lemon juice. All right, now let's get started with our dry ingredients. So in this medium-sized bowl, we're going to add 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we're just gonna stir all the ingredients together. Now I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. So if you want a little bit more lemon flavor to enhance it, you're gonna add a teaspoon of this lemon instant pudding. All right, that's if you want to, totally optional. Alright, now let's get started with our wet ingredients. So in this medium-sized bowl, we're going to add 1/3 cup of buttermilk at room temperature. And to that, we're going to add 1/4 cup of whole milk at room temperature, 1 large egg at room temperature, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature, make sure it's soft, 2 teaspoons of lemon extract, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of butter extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of our yellow gel paste food coloring. I'm gonna just add that onto my beater blades of my hand mixer here. Now you could also use a whisk if you don't want to use the mixer. And I'm going to mix this on medium speed for about 20 seconds. Just scrape down the sides of my bowl. Now I'm going to just pour my wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Now I'm going to take my spoon and I'm just going to give this a quick stir. Alright, and as you can see here, our batter is pretty thick. It's exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Alright y'all, it's been about 15 minutes for our oil and our temperature is 360 degrees, as you can see here. Exactly what we're looking for. Alright, so here we have our large ice cream scoop, and you want to make sure you get the handle that you squeeze. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our batter, about 3 tablespoons of it, and we're going to add it into the ice cream scoop. About that much, about 3 tablespoons of it. And now that you have the batter in the ice cream scoop, you can just take it, tap it with your hands, and just shake it to make sure the batter is even in the ice cream scoop. Alright y'all, now I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on what to do before we add our buttermilk drops into the hot oil. So we have our ice cream scoop. Now the most important thing is you have to be fast, alright? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your ice cream scoop, turn it over, and squeeze, alright? And that way, when you turn it over like this, you just squeeze your little handle and you'll be good to go. Alright? As you can see, the batter is pretty thick, so it's not going to drop in there unless you squeeze this right here. Alright? So you have to be real quick. Alright? So let's practice. Now we're going to add our buttermilk drops into the hot oil. Now remember, make sure your oil is preheated to 350 or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright? So let's do it. There you go. That's the first one. See how quick that dropped in there? And as you can see here, it's floating to the surface already. So now, here we go again. Another 3 tablespoons of our batter in here. And this is the 4th one. Now you want to make sure that you fry up to 4 of these at a time. You don't want to overcrowd the pot. Alright? Don't pay attention to this dark stuff on here. That's gone. And like I said, you don't have to really worry about flipping them over because they're going to flip over on their own. Now here's another quick tip. If your buttermilk drops are turning out too dark, you could just monitor the temperature of your oil. It should be 350 degrees. And from this point, you could turn your fire all the way down and just monitor your temperature of your oil. Now, if your oil gets a little bit below 350, then you turn your fire back up. Alright, and it's going to bring it back up to 350 degrees. Alright, and that's going to help with making sure that the buttermilk drops are not overly browned. And as you can see, look at this one. As you can see, it flipped over on its own. You saw that? Alright, now I just want to also let you know is be careful not to add too much batter into your ice cream scoop, because if you add too much, you know, it's going to turn into this big gigantic buttermilk drop when you fry, so you don't want to do that. Alright, and keep in mind, frying times vary depending on the size buttermilk drop that you drop in here. And we add 3 tablespoons of batter per buttermilk drop. Alright, so if you go any larger than that, it's going to take a little bit more time. Alright, our buttermilk drops are done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the tongs. We're going to take some tongs and we're just going to carefully remove the buttermilk drop out of the hot oil. And we're going to place it onto our cooling rack with our pan underneath it. Just very carefully. Carefully with the tongs because the buttermilk drops are very soft. So you want to shake it a little bit to let some of that oil drip off of it. And once it's done, just take it and put it right onto your pan, onto your cooling rack. And these buttermilk drops could take anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes on each side. Alright, now we're going to let our buttermilk drops cool for about 10 minutes. Alright, let's make our lemon icing. So in this medium-sized bowl, we're going to add 1 1/2 cups of confection sugar. And to that, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, 1/4 cup of hot whole milk, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/2 teaspoon of butter extract, 1 teaspoon of lemon extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of the lemon yellow gel paste food coloring. And I'm just going to add that onto my whisk. Now keep in mind that if you don't have the gel paste food coloring, you could just substitute this for the liquid food coloring. You just use some yellow liquid food coloring. Alright, so now I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to stir this until it's creamy and smooth. And there we go, our lemon glaze is ready. Now this will be running. Don't worry, that is normal. That's exactly what you want. Now we're going to take our buttermilk drop and we're going to add it into the lemon glaze. We're just going to coat the lemon glaze onto the buttermilk drop. Just roll it on and now get your spoon to kind of help you out. And once done, you could just take you some tongs, shake it off a little bit, and from there, here is your cooling rack with the pan underneath it, and just place your buttermilk drop on that once it's done. Now all you got to do now is let that glaze sit for about 10 minutes, and after that they're ready to be served. And there y'all have it, lemon buttermilk drops made by a New Orleans native. All right. Look at that. Man, it's soft, it's moist, it has a wonderful lemon flavor. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a warning. These things can be pretty addicting. Once you eat one, you're gonna want to eat more and more and more. Okay, so I'm giving y'all a warning right now, right? It's really, really good. So, give the recipe a try. Hey y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know it was fun, I know it was great. But anyways, if you like my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this fabulous lemon buttermilk drops recipe. You can go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. I'm also on Facebook and on Instagram under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. So until next time, take care, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.